Hi, it is I, moi. Vive la résistance! So, today I'm bringing you a pro replay cast between AtheneWins, as red Protoss in the lower right corner, against, come on mouse, against blue Zerg LuckyFish in the top left corner. And today we're gonna do it a little bit differently, and I'm gonna go 1A, and we're gonna look at things through the eyes of a Protoss player. Now, you may have already seen this replay by other commentators, but that wasn't done properly, so I'm gonna have to do it again. In this version, we're not gonna yap about rocks placed all over the map. I mean, it's a rock. It has approximately 2000 hit points, and even a Zergling can chew it down if and when he decides to do so. End of story. Get over it already. And we're also not gonna analyze over quadrillion different ways of misusing those and other trivial features of the map. I mean, there's only one way to victory, and that's the straight way, through the bush. If you want analysis, go watch Day 9. He's the only one who's capable of doing it properly. And even he admits that there are only 3 things important in this game. Have a plan, adapt, and learn from your mistakes. And of course scout early enough for those cheesy tempo rushes so you don't have to rage quit in first 3 minutes of the game like IdrA. Yeah, since this is Protoss versus Zerg, I'm gonna be flushing IdrA down the toilet in this video. But he does deserve all the respect, because he's dedicated to the game, he trains a lot, plays very well, and doesn't give a shit what others think about his style. He has all the requirements of a good sportsman. But at the end of the day, he's just a smug little pink testicle prick that needs to learn how to respect other players too. And we have our first point for Athene for blocking his ramp properly against Zerg, which is an idiocy not to do, and spotting this overlord heading his way. Nice. Rally Zealot in position, and it looks like an expansion will be in order, since we are so far away from Zerg at the moment. I'm not saying build order doesn't matter, it just follows nicely and synchronously with everything else that is going on. Like this probe, for instance, and those scouting Zerglings that are going to trigger a secondary scout into the Zerg's expansion. Oh, looky, it's hatching. And we may also look at what's going on in the main base and spot a larvae vomiting queen. Nice. Right, so it looks like it's time to block the ramp expansion. And you're gonna hear other commentators say, oh my god, we don't see that very often. I mean, that's the only way to secure the expansion on this map against the Zerg. That's one point. Check it out, the timing was perfect, denying those scouting Zerglings to ever taking a peek in a red Protoss' base. So, can you expand safely now? Maybe. Yeah? Right? Okay, expansion going down. I don't know, I think it's a little bit off to the left, but yeah, who cares? It's time for warp gates to go online. Start warping in some units. You never see this shit while you're flapping your dick around the bushes on the map and missing half of the action. The only significant thing to note would be that Athene seems to be letting Zerg drone up freely, while not putting up any pressure of his own. I don't know. Is that good? bad. Will that affect something? It does affect the score. It doesn't move anywhere. But nevertheless, I think it's interesting to see the build order at least. The only problem is that it flashes so fast you don't even see that the Stargate is being warped in. And there was some interesting probe sync queue going on right there. Perhaps that could merit some additional analysis. There's definitely something fishy going on. But you'll have to download the replay yourself and do whatever. I don't care. I only saw that hero zealot. And this Phoenix teleporting in. Okay, I'm gonna be a little quiet then until Thing pumps those Phoenix, as he seems to be doing. Okay, Phoenix ready. Let's go Overlord hunting. Ooh, this guy seems to have just made it to the rocks. And he goes down. Ooh, some roaches. Another Overlord going down. If you keep this up, we're gonna get Zerg Psylocked for quite some time. Look at them. They're so nice and squishy. New Overlord. Oh, queens. Yep, pick them up, take them out. That's right. Graviton B, engage. Roach push, doesn't matter, we have cannons. Squishy Overlords going down, one after another. Points being scored on both sides. Robo facilities up and running. And we might as well kill some drones. Seems there's another hatchery somewhere. Oh, there is. Another queen. Another queen. Graviton beam. Engage. Get away from that spore crawler. Nice. Another graviton beam and the queen is fallen down. Right, so what do we have? We got one blue point for roach attack, one red point for cannon defense, and one red point for Phoenix attack on Overlords and Queens. Okay, I think it seems to be expanding, throwing down more gateways, pylons, everything. Ooh, now there are corruptors in the field. Time to hide those Phoenix and secure the expansion against sneaky burrow roaches. Just like IdrA likes to do it. Okay, Phoenix in the house. There we go. 1 point, sneaky roach attack. Boom, force fields. You ain't going nowhere. That's right, run away, corruptors. Warp in, stalkers, and clean up. Goody goody. This is going to be one more red point for defense. Good, but other than that, this game is boring just as all IdrA games, so I'm gonna speed this up post-productively and go Franklin mode bit segment to tell you what things I've learned this week. This week I've learned that if you have an opinion different from the established goodness, you get labeled as a troll. I've learned that if you snipe that said establishment with such opinions between the eyes, you get labeled as epic troll facepalm. I've learned that using search engines optimization techniques on such work breaches some thresholds and triggers several alarms within such establishments. I've learned that upon hearing those alarms, YouTube would undergo more than 4-hour-long bit of a site maintenance. I've learned that such sloppy tech can lead to 50% rating loss of said opinions. I've learned that being cool about it is a misconception and that it should properly be read as be hot, stay cool. I've learned that semiotics indicate a justified suspicion and a probable cause for said site maintenance to be nothing more than censorship. I've learned that it is very likely that software patterns they use were invented by me anyway some 10 years ago, when I was still working with application-specific integrated circuit designs as a founding member of OpenCourse and assignee of Free Software Foundation. I've learned that contrary to my name, compilers haven't changed that much since then. I've learned that based on all that, I may still call anyone an idiot 3 orders of magnitude more precisely than they may ever be able to imagine. I've learned that now is a good time for software and hardware upgrades. And that's what I learned this week. So, yeah, start sending in some Tesla racks so I can fraps my live action. Yeah, and I like this one a lot. Spotting the Muta harass force coming in and, yeah, preemptively countering. That'll be 2 red points. Okay, now we're maxed out and it's about freaking time we push out and do some real damage. Uh-oh, roaches through the bush. There'll be -1 blue point for using roaches. Well, there are like 20 freaking immortals on the field. And this is worth 1 red point too. Making a well-defended smiley face base all in one move. Oh good, are we pushing out? Roaches messing up with the team's plans. Doesn't matter, we got cannons online. But they've broken through to the unfinished smiley face. 1 blue point, and this is going to be another 1 red point for cleaning it up. Such tactics can really mess up with your perfect build order or attack plan. So you need to keep outcomes in superposition. Okay, observer in the front, and while we push through the bush, we're going to clean those tumors. Good, sneaky stalker on the watchtower. And don't mind the rocks, he's there just to give vision. Nice, suicide stalker. There were some ballistics involved. +1 red point. And this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Lured into black hole vortex. There are some hydras in the mix, but they don't stand a chance without those brood lords. And I believe we haven't seen this from this perspective. There we go. Cotton balls being thrown in. Templar, rise, awareness. Wait for it. Shields, Sidestorm. The greedy Zerg swarm is no more. 4 points. I mean, yeah, that's how you properly use Archons. That's how cotton balls really do some serious damage. When you squeeze them into a supermassive singularity. And this is also the way to flush IdrA down the toilet. Right, I also gave -1 blue point for throwing the entire army in when there were Archons in the area. And +4 points for winning the game to a team. And IdrA, see, like that. Learn the manners, smug.